What separates those who lead from those who follow? What makes someone command a room, ignite a movement, and transform an idea into reality? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's something deeper, something forged in fire. I'm talking about the psychology and skills of truly exceptional leaders. The kind of leadership that doesn't just manage, it moves people, it creates impact, it changes lives. Mindset is everything. Everything you've ever achieved, every success, every failure, every breakthrough, and every setback, it all started in your mind. The way you think, the beliefs you hold, the internal dialogue that runs through your head. These are the forces that shape your reality. Before you take a single step toward leadership, before you build skills, strategies, or influence, there is one foundation that determines everything: your mindset. Think about it. Two people can face the exact same challenge. One sees an impossible wall, the other sees a hurdle to overcome. One person gets stuck in fear while the other finds a way forward. The only difference? How they think. It's not the situation that matters, it's the meaning you attach to it. That meaning comes from your mindset. Most people live their lives in reaction mode. They wake up and their emotions, their focus, and their energy are dictated by their environment. If things go well, they feel good. If something goes wrong, they spiral. That's not leadership, that's being a puppet to circumstances. Exceptional leaders don't wait for external conditions to determine their state of mind. They decide. They wake up and take control. They program their thoughts, their emotions, and their focus to serve them, not the other way around. This isn't just positive thinking. This is about mental conditioning. Just like an athlete trains their body for peak performance, a leader trains their mind to operate at the highest level. When challenges hit, when things don't go as planned, when pressure is high, the average person folds. The leader stays centered. They don't see obstacles as stop signs, they see them as signals to grow, to adjust, to push harder. You can see this in every high performer. The greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and visionaries all have one thing in common: they control their mindset relentlessly. When the world doubts them, when setbacks hit, when others would quit, they double down. They reframe their struggle as an opportunity. They don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" They ask, "What's the lesson? How do I grow from this? How do I turn this into fuel?" This level of thinking isn't natural, it's trained. It requires constant reinforcement. Most people let their environment, their past, or their fears dictate how they think. Leaders choose their mindset every single day. They guard it like their most valuable asset because they know everything. Everything stems from it. One of the biggest differences between those who lead and those who follow is how they deal with failure. The average person takes failure personally. They see it as proof that they're not enough, not capable, not meant for success. A leader sees failure as feedback. They use it as a blueprint for improvement. They extract lessons, adjust their approach, and come back stronger. The same is true for uncertainty. Most people fear the unknown because they're wired to seek comfort. But comfort is the enemy of growth. Leaders know that everything they want exists on the other side of uncertainty. They embrace the unknown because that's where opportunity lives. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" they ask, "What if this is exactly what I need to rise?" Leadership is about energy. If your mindset is weak, your energy is weak. If your energy is weak, your influence is weak. If your influence is weak, you can't lead. Because people don't follow words, they follow certainty. People are drawn to those who radiate confidence, vision, and strength. That doesn't come from luck. That comes from conditioning your mind every single day to operate at peak performance. The question isn't whether mindset matters, it's whether you're taking control of yours. Because whether you shape it intentionally or not, your mindset is shaping you every single moment. Emotional mastery. If you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your life. Leadership isn't just about strategy, intelligence, or vision. It's about mastering the one thing that can make or break everything: your emotional state. Every decision you make, every action you take, every relationship you build is influenced by how well you manage your emotions. Exceptional leaders don't let emotions dictate their actions. They harness emotions to fuel their mission. Most people go through life as emotional slaves. They wake up feeling good and they think it's going to be a great day, but if something goes wrong, a setback at work, an argument, an unexpected challenge, their entire state collapses. They spiral. Their emotions dictate their reactions, their performance, their energy. And that's the difference between those who lead and those who are led. Leaders don't let external circumstances control their inner world. They decide how they feel, how they respond, and how they show up no matter what's happening around them. This is what emotional mastery is about. It's not about suppressing emotions. It's not about pretending to be happy when you're not. It's about understanding that you are the source of your emotions, not your environment. It's about knowing how to shift your state in an instant, how to take control of the energy that runs through you, and how to turn any emotion into a force that drives you forward instead of holding you back. There will always be pressure. There will always be uncertainty. But the way you respond to it determines everything. Look at the greatest leaders in history, the ones who stood tall in times of crisis. The ones who kept moving forward when everything was against them. They didn't do it because they had no fear. They did it because they managed fear. They didn't do it because they never felt doubt. They did it because they refused to let doubt control them. Mastering emotions means recognizing that every feeling you experience is created by you. The anger, the frustration, the fear, it doesn't come from the outside world. It comes from the way you interpret the outside world. And if you can change your interpretation, you can change how you feel in an instant. Think about a moment in your life when something didn't go your way. Maybe you failed at something, maybe someone betrayed you, maybe life hit you harder than you expected. In that moment, what did you focus on? Did you focus on what you lost, what went wrong, how unfair it was? Or did you focus on the lesson, the opportunity, the next move? That focus determined your emotions, and your emotions determined what you did next. Most people let emotions control them because they don't understand the power of physiology and focus. Your emotions are directly tied to how you use your body. Stand tall, breathe deeply, move with energy, and your emotions shift. Slouch, breathe shallow, move sluggishly, and your emotions follow. Leaders understand this. They use their body as a tool to shift their state instantly, to generate confidence, certainty, and power, even in the toughest situations. And then there's focus. What you focus on, you feel. If you focus on what's missing, you feel lack. If you focus on what you have, you feel abundance. If you focus on what could go wrong, you feel fear. If you focus on what you can control, you feel empowered. Leaders don't let their focus drift aimlessly. They direct it with precision, choosing thoughts that serve them instead of weaken them. When you master your emotions, nothing can shake you. When pressure rises, you stay strong. When fear creeps in, you transform it into fuel. When things don't go your way, you adjust, you adapt, you keep moving forward. Because in the end, leadership isn't just about leading others, it's about leading yourself first. Unshakable confidence. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. It's not a gift, it's a skill. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck isn't talent, luck, or intelligence. It's the unshakable belief in their ability to figure things out, to face uncertainty with strength, and to take action despite fear. Most people are waiting for the perfect moment, waiting to feel ready, waiting for permission, and that waiting is the very thing that keeps them small. Confidence doesn't come from waiting, it comes from doing. It comes from stepping into the unknown, making decisions, failing, learning, and getting back up. Every time you take action in the face of uncertainty, you train your mind to trust yourself. That trust, that inner certainty, is the foundation of true unshakable confidence. But most people never build it. They let self-doubt run their lives. They hear the voice in their head telling them they're not enough, not capable, not ready, and they believe it. That voice isn't real. It's a script, one written by past failures, by other people's opinions, by fear. And the only way to rewrite that script is to take control of your own narrative. Confidence isn't about knowing everything will work out. It's about knowing that even if it doesn't, you'll handle it. The most powerful people in the world don't walk around with all the answers. They walk around with certainty in their ability to find the answers. They trust their instincts, their resilience, their adaptability. That trust is what makes them magnetic. It's what makes them walk into a room and command attention. It's what makes people follow them, not because of what they say, but because of the certainty they project. People are drawn to confidence because confidence is energy. You've felt it before. You walk into a room and without a word, you can tell who owns their presence and who is shrinking into the background. That energy isn't luck. It's not arrogance. It's the result of years of conditioning, of training the mind and body to own their space. And the best part? That energy is something anyone can develop. It starts with physiology. The way you carry yourself affects the way you feel. Stand tall, shoulders back, breathe deeply, and you send a signal to your brain. I am strong, I am in control, I am here to lead. Slouch, breathe shallowly, look down, and you send the opposite signal. Your body is the fastest way to shift your confidence in an instant. That's why the most powerful leaders move with purpose. Their presence is felt before they even speak. Then comes the inner dialogue. Confidence isn't about eliminating self-doubt. It's about overpowering it with a stronger voice. Most people let fear dominate their thoughts. They replay failures. They anticipate worst-case scenarios. They question their abilities. Leaders don't indulge in those thoughts. They condition themselves to focus on certainty. They remind themselves of their strengths, their past victories, their ability to figure things out no matter what. They don't wait for external validation, they create their own. And then there's action. The ultimate confidence builder. Nothing rewires your brain faster than doing the thing you're afraid of. You can read every book, listen to every motivational speech, visualize success all day long, but at some point you have to step forward. Action breaks fear, action rewrites the script. Action proves to your brain that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you are a force to be reckoned with. The world belongs to those who move, not the smartest, not the most talented, but those who trust themselves enough to act. Because when you carry unshakable confidence, when you walk into every room knowing exactly who you are and what you stand for, the world responds to you differently. And when the world believes in you, it's because you believed in yourself first. Power of influence leadership is not about titles, positions, or authority. It's about influence. Influence is the ability to move people, to inspire action, to shift perspectives, and to create momentum where there was once hesitation. The most powerful leaders in history were not those who commanded obedience through force, but those who instilled belief through influence. Influence is not about controlling others. It's about empowering them to see more, do more, and become more. At the core of influence is trust. People don't follow words, they follow certainty. They follow energy. They follow someone who embodies confidence, clarity, and conviction. Influence begins when you become a person others can rely on, not because of what you say, but because of the way you show up. It's about consistency. People trust leaders who are unwavering, who remain strong under pressure, who deliver on their word. If you want to influence others, you must first become someone worth following. Influence is also about understanding human psychology. People make decisions based on emotion and justify them with logic. If you try to influence someone purely with facts and figures, you'll lose them. Influence happens when you connect emotionally. When people feel understood, they listen. The most powerful communicators don't just speak, they make people feel. They create a connection so deep that their words resonate long after they've left the room. The key to influence is mastering the art of persuasion. Persuasion is not manipulation. It is the ability to align someone's desires with a bigger vision. It's about meeting people where they are and showing them where they could be. The greatest influencers don't force, they guide. They don't pressure, they inspire. They paint a picture so vivid, so compelling, that people feel drawn to take action. And then there's presence. The way you carry yourself determines the level of influence you have. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the presence of someone before they even spoke? That's influence. It's not about volume, it's about certainty. People don't follow hesitation. They don't follow indecision. They follow those who move with conviction, who speak with authority, who embody a sense of purpose so strong that it becomes contagious. True influence is built on the ability to listen. Most people listen to respond. Great leaders listen to understand. The best influencers don't just talk. They observe. They pick up on the unspoken fears, the hidden doubts, the real concerns that hold people back. And then, instead of dismissing those fears, they address them. They speak directly to what matters most to the person in front of them. When someone feels truly heard, their defenses drop. When their defenses drop, they become open to change. One of the greatest myths about influence is that it requires charisma. Charisma helps, but influence is much deeper than that. Influence is about certainty. When you believe in something so strongly that nothing can shake you, others feel that. They lean into it, they absorb it, your energy transfers to them. If you hesitate, they hesitate. If you doubt, they doubt. But if you speak with unshakable conviction, with complete belief, with absolute clarity, people listen. People don't follow leaders because of what they say, they follow because of how they feel in their presence. Influence is about creating an emotional experience so powerful that it drives people to action. The best influencers don't just give information, they give transformation. They shift people's thinking, expand their beliefs, and help them see possibilities they never considered before. The real power of influence is in its ability to create lasting change. Influence doesn't end when a conversation is over. It stays with people. It reshapes the way they see themselves, the way they see their potential, the way they see the world. It is the unseen force that drives people to step beyond their limitations, to rise above their doubts, to take action when they once hesitated. Relentless adaptability. The ability to adapt is the difference between those who succeed and those who fall behind. The world is constantly shifting. The rules change. The market evolves. Challenges arise that no one saw coming. The people who thrive are not the ones who resist change, but the ones who embrace it, the ones who move fast, adjust their strategy, and find opportunity in the chaos. Most people fear change because it threatens their sense of control. They get comfortable with what they know, with what feels familiar, and when something disrupts that, they panic. They cling to outdated methods, hoping things will go back to how they were, but that never happens. Nothing stays the same. Adaptability is not just an advantage, it's a necessity. Those who fail to adapt don't just stay in the same place, they get left behind. Relentless adaptability is more than just reacting to change. It's anticipating it, embracing it, and using it as fuel to grow stronger. It's about developing the mindset that no matter what happens, you will figure it out. You will adjust. You will evolve. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones with the perfect plan. They're the ones who can pivot when the plan falls apart. They don't waste time complaining about what went wrong. They focus on what's next. Uncertainty is a part of life. No matter how well you prepare, there will always be unexpected challenges. The economy shifts. Technology disrupts entire industries. A personal setback shakes your world. Those moments separate those who lead from those who follow. The average person crumbles under pressure, overwhelmed by the unknown. The leader sees it as a test, a chance to sharpen their skills, to find solutions others can't see. They don't fear uncertainty, they thrive in it. Adaptability is a mindset, and like any mindset, it can be trained. It starts with conditioning yourself to see change as an opportunity rather than a threat. When something unexpected happens, you have two choices: resist it and stay stuck, or lean into it and grow. The people who succeed are the ones who train themselves to move forward no matter how uncomfortable or uncertain the path may be. Emotionally, adaptability requires resilience. Most people let failure define them. They hit a roadblock and instead of finding another way, they stop. They assume they weren't meant to succeed. But failure is never the end, it's just feedback. Adaptable people don't take failure personally, they use it as data. They analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and keep moving. They understand that the ability to bounce back fast is more important than never failing at all. The best leaders don't just adapt to external changes, they adapt internally. They evolve their thinking, their habits, their strategies. They are constantly upgrading themselves, learning new skills, expanding their perspective, challenging their own beliefs. What worked yesterday may not work today, and they are willing to let go of what no longer serves them. The most dangerous thing anyone can say is, "This is how I've always done it." That mindset kills progress. Adaptability requires openness. Openness to new ideas, new perspectives, new ways of doing things. It means being flexible, not stubborn. It means being willing to unlearn and relearn as the world shifts around you. Speed matters. The faster you can adapt, the more of an advantage you have. Some people take months or even years to adjust to change. The best adapt in real time. They don't sit around analyzing every possible outcome. They take action, adjust as they go, and refine their approach in motion. The ability to adapt separates those who stay stuck from those who rise. It is the skill that allows people to turn obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into comebacks, and uncertainty into power. Unbreakable discipline is the bridge between wanting something and making it real. It is the force that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline remains. It does not rely on feelings, on inspiration, or on the perfect circumstances. It is built on a simple but powerful principle: do what needs to be done no matter what. Most people fail not because they lack intelligence, talent, or opportunity, but because they lack discipline. They let distractions control them. They let emotions dictate their actions. They start strong but quit when it gets hard. They rely on motivation, not realizing that motivation is fleeting. Discipline is what carries you when motivation disappears. It is what keeps you moving when the excitement fades, when obstacles arise, when every part of you wants to stop. Discipline is about training your mind to obey your decisions, not your emotions. The average person makes choices based on how they feel in the moment. If they feel tired, they rest. If they feel bored, they scroll. If they feel frustrated, they quit. The disciplined person operates differently. They don't negotiate with excuses. They don't wait until they feel like it. They execute no matter what, because they understand that success is not about what you do occasionally, but what you do consistently. Unbreakable discipline is forged through daily habits. Every action you take reinforces a pattern, either a pattern of weakness or a pattern of strength. When you skip workouts, you reinforce quitting. When you hit snooze, you reinforce delay. When you let distractions win, you reinforce a lack of focus. But when you show up no matter what, when you push through fatigue, when you stay committed even when no one is watching, that is when discipline becomes part of who you are. Discipline is a decision. It's the decision to keep going when things get tough. It's the decision to stick to your plan, even when you're not seeing immediate results. It's the decision to do the work when no one is clapping, when no one is watching, when no one is telling you to keep going. The strongest people in the world are not the ones with the easiest path. They are the ones who refuse to break no matter how difficult the road gets. The mind will always seek comfort. It will always look for the easy way out. It will whisper excuses, trying to convince you that skipping today won't matter, that you can start tomorrow, that resting now is the right choice. Discipline is about overpowering that voice. It's about knowing that the moments you want to quit the most are the moments that define you the most. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you get stronger. Every time you push through resistance, you reinforce the mindset of a champion. The truth is, most people avoid discipline because it's painful. Waking up early is painful. Pushing through discomfort is painful. Sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term success is painful. But so is regret. The pain of discipline lasts a moment. The pain of regret lasts a lifetime. The strongest people are the ones who have conditioned themselves to embrace discomfort. Yet, they don't see it as suffering, they see it as growth. Discipline is not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. The greatest achievers in the world are not the ones who never fall, they are the ones who get back up every single time. They are the ones who don't let failure stop them, who don't let fatigue slow them down, who don't let setbacks define them. When you develop unbreakable discipline, you become unstoppable. You no longer need motivation to act. You no longer make decisions based on how you feel. You move forward day after day, no matter what, because you know that every step, every action, every sacrifice is shaping you into the person who cannot be defeated. Vision with execution. A vision without execution is nothing more than a daydream. The world is full of people with big ideas, grand ambitions, and dreams of changing their lives or making an impact. But without action, without discipline, without execution, those visions fade into nothingness. Success is never about just seeing the future. It's about building it with relentless action. Vision is where everything starts. It is the ability to see beyond your current reality, to imagine something greater, to create a future that does not yet exist. It is the driving force behind every breakthrough, every innovation, every extraordinary achievement. But vision alone is not enough. The graveyard is full of people who had great ideas but never took the necessary steps to bring them to life. The true power of vision lies in the ability to execute, to take that idea and make it real. Execution is what separates leaders from dreamers. It is the discipline of turning thoughts into action, of creating momentum when others hesitate, of staying committed long after the excitement fades. Most people get stuck in the thinking phase. They plan, they strategize, they wait for the perfect moment, but the perfect moment never comes. Leaders don't wait. They move, they take imperfect action. They understand that momentum is more important than perfection. Visionaries without execution are trapped in a cycle of frustration. They see what is possible, they feel the potential, but because they never act, they never achieve. That gap between what they see and what they do creates a deep dissatisfaction. The only way to close that gap is to execute, relentlessly, consistently, without hesitation. The best leaders have mastered the ability to balance big picture thinking with relentless action. They see far into the future, but they don't get lost in it. They know that vision means nothing if it's not backed by daily habits, by discipline, by action taken over and over again until results become inevitable. They are not just thinkers, they are builders. Execution requires clarity. A vision must be clear and actionable. It must be broken down into tangible steps, steps that can be taken today, not someday. Most people never execute because their vision is too vague. They say they want success, but they don't define what success looks like. They say they want change, but they don't commit to the actions required to create it. Clarity eliminates hesitation. When you know exactly what needs to be done, execution becomes automatic. The challenge is that execution is never comfortable. It demands sacrifice. It requires pushing past resistance, past self-doubt, past the urge to procrastinate. It means waking up early when you don't feel like it, making the extra call, putting in the extra hours, staying focused when distractions are everywhere. Vision is exciting. Execution is grit. The world doesn't reward those who dream the most. It rewards those who do the most. Every great achievement in history came from someone who had a vision and the discipline to execute it. The greatest companies were built not just by those who imagined them, but by those who worked relentlessly to bring them to life. The greatest leaders were not just those who spoke about change, but those who took action, made sacrifices, and executed every single day until the vision became reality. There will always be people who talk, and there will always be people who act. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is execution. The ability to take a vision, break it into steps, and execute relentlessly until the world catches up to the vision they saw long before anyone else did. It is about connecting to something greater than yourself, tapping into the deep intrinsic motivation that fuels your actions and drives you to make a difference. It's about living each day with intention, knowing that the work you do, the decisions you make, and the impact you have are aligned with your core values and the greater good. Serving with purpose is the foundation of true leadership. It's not about being the boss, it's about being the one who elevates, empowers, and makes things happen for others. When you serve with purpose, your work becomes a vehicle for something much bigger than personal gain. It's no longer about your title, your pay, or your accolades. Those things fade into the background because they are no longer the driving force. What drives you is the realization that your efforts are contributing to a cause that matters, that you are helping others, and that your actions create a ripple effect that extends beyond your own life. Purpose transforms ordinary tasks into extraordinary endeavors. Many people go through life checking boxes, doing their job, fulfilling their responsibilities, but they lack connection to a higher purpose. They do what is expected of them, but they don't feel the deep satisfaction that comes from knowing their work matters. They don't realize that by serving with purpose, they can unlock a level of energy, passion, and fulfillment that is simply not possible when they're only working for personal gain. The greatest leaders don't just lead for the sake of leadership. They lead because they are on a mission to serve others, to lift others up, and to make a lasting impact. Serving with purpose means leading by example. It means doing the work no matter how hard with the same passion and commitment as you would if everyone were watching. Purpose-driven service inspires others. When people see someone working with purpose, they are drawn to that energy. They want to be a part of something bigger. They want to contribute to something that matters. The most powerful leaders serve with purpose because they understand that true success is not measured by personal achievement, but by the impact they make on others. They inspire through their actions, not their words. They put others first, lifting them up, empowering them, and helping them grow. When you serve with purpose, you make everyone around you better. You elevate those you lead, helping them see their potential, pushing them beyond their limitations, and helping them achieve things they never thought possible. Purpose is the fuel that keeps you going when things get tough. When obstacles arise, when setbacks happen, when the road gets difficult, it is your sense of purpose that keeps you moving forward. Purpose gives you the resilience to keep going even when everything in you wants to quit. When you are serving with purpose, every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth, every failure becomes a lesson, and every moment becomes meaningful. Serving with purpose also means being in alignment with your values. It's about knowing who you are and what you stand for and using that as a compass to guide your decisions. When you serve with purpose, you are driven by a set of principles that are non-negotiable. You don't compromise your integrity or your values for short-term gain. Your purpose keeps you grounded in the face of temptation, in the face of shortcuts, in the face of distractions. When you serve with purpose, you have a vision, a clear picture of the impact you want to make and the difference you want to create in the world. That vision becomes your guiding light. It informs every decision you make, every action you take, every conversation you have. You no longer act out of obligation or routine. You act because you are aligned with something larger than yourself. Your purpose drives you to go above and beyond, to make a difference that is felt long after your work is done. Ultimately, serving with purpose is about living a life of fulfillment. It's about knowing that every moment, every effort, every sacrifice is contributing to something greater. It's about looking back on your life and knowing that you didn't just exist, you made a difference. You helped others. You led with intention. You lived a life that mattered. Serving with purpose isn't just a choice, it's the only path to true fulfillment, to true leadership, and to a legacy that lasts. Conclusion. Throughout this journey, we've explored the core principles that define exceptional leadership. From the power of a vision to the relentless drive for execution, from mastering emotions to the unbreakable discipline required for success. Each aspect contributes to shaping leaders who not only achieve, but inspire others to rise as well. The true essence of leadership is not just about personal success, but about the impact you have on the world around you. It's about creating a ripple effect that transforms lives, drives progress, and fosters growth. We began with the concept that mindset is everything. The belief that success starts from within. It is your mindset that shapes your actions and determines how you respond to challenges. A leader's mindset is rooted in confidence, optimism, and an unwavering belief in their ability to navigate through any situation. Confidence is not about the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. Emotional mastery is another pillar of great leadership, enabling leaders to stay grounded, focused, and composed in the face of adversity. It's through emotional mastery that leaders inspire trust and guide others with clarity and poise. Adaptability is another crucial quality, one that sets extraordinary leaders apart. The world is in constant flux, and the ability to adapt to change is a mark of true strength. Leaders who embrace change, learn from every experience, and move forward with resilience are the ones who thrive. They are not bound by the past or hindered by uncertainty. They use change as an opportunity to innovate, grow, and lead their teams into new realms of success. The power of influence amplifies a leader's capacity to drive change, as it is not just about telling others what to do, but about guiding them to see the bigger picture and inspiring them to act in alignment with a shared vision. Unbreakable discipline underpins all these qualities, providing the consistency and perseverance needed to make things happen. Discipline is what allows leaders to stay the course even when obstacles arise, when distractions surface, or when motivation wanes. It's the daily commitment to showing up and doing the work regardless of external circumstances. With unwavering discipline, great leaders move beyond temporary setbacks and stay focused on the long-term goal. Finally, the concept of vision with execution ties everything together. A vision without execution is nothing but a dream, but when vision is coupled with relentless action, it becomes a reality. Leaders are not merely dreamers. They are doers who turn ideas into tangible outcomes through focused, deliberate execution. And when leaders serve with purpose, their work transcends individual gain. It becomes about a higher cause, a mission that drives them to positively impact the lives of others and leave a legacy that goes beyond their own story. These principles, mindset, emotional mastery, unshakable confidence, adaptability, influence, discipline, execution, and purpose, form the foundation of exceptional leadership. They are not isolated traits, but interconnected qualities that build upon one another. Together, they create leaders who are not only capable of achieving extraordinary success, but also inspiring and empowering those around them to do the same. In the end, leadership is not about authority or power. It is about serving others, lifting them up, and guiding them toward a shared vision. True leadership lies in the ability to inspire, to influence, to adapt, and to execute with purpose and unwavering commitment. When these principles are embodied and lived every day, they lead to a life of fulfillment, impact, and legacy that stretches far beyond personal achievement. Exceptional leaders don't just lead, they change the world.